kind of doing it?
I don't know. So it's your laptop, I don't know.
I was just looking at it, just like
I don't
we've
know.
got 15 minutes.
Yeah, so this is our Kingdom arc review. This is the training arc and was it the Battle of Bayou?
Battle of Bayou, yeah, something like that.
I don't know how to say it. I don't say most of these words, but it's yeah. This is when it starts.
So yeah, it starts off with Shin going to get training. So Oki, we're kind of like halfway through, chucks him into this battlefield to get him to get some experience. We didn't know really what he was up to, but we realised that okay, there's this battlefield where he has to show some leadership.
Yeah.
And
real world application, they would call it. Like he went to Oki, didn't he? And that was funny as well because he went there with Ensign. Ensign's his little what was his, like his envoy or something? He was just given to Shin to say like you've done stuff, so you're kind of important. And then the time the king needs help, you're there. So we'll give you a little messenger guy. But anyway, he drags him along with him to Oki's, knocks on the door. Toe opens the door and slams it back again.
Literally did not see him. He was like towering over him.
yeah, because his eyes were at this plane level, and then
Because he was looking, he was like, "I was Oki here."
Yeah, that's what he was looking for.
Yeah.
Second later, Oki came, and she was like, "Oh shit!" Like about 1,000 man, they just went through battlefield training.
Yeah,
Man had their arms cut off, cut fresh wounds. Like people really this real world training wasn't a joke. Like some people probably died.
and then they're in the spa, and he's just like, "Yeah, you need to train me now because
Yeah.
I'm ready." You saw what I did before.
Yeah.
It was interesting. The Oki's soldiers. They were like, "Who is this kid? Who does he think he is?"
Arrogance.
Coming here, and saying, "Oh, I want you to train me." He was saying, like, "The general, he doesn't have time to be training kids."
He said, "Get the hell out of here, kid."
Yeah.
And then Shin was like, "Oh, if I there will be a benefit if you train me because I'll be able to shoot up and become your right hand man." I was like, as if something like that is so easy.
He was just like the Ronaldo of the whole squad. He was just like, "Look, I'm really about that life." So.
He was like saying, like Toe's looking at him like, "Are you mad, man?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the right hand. I'm gonna chop you down."
But Toe shows no emotion. He's just got his wide eyes.
He was just, he was swimming.
Yeah.
He was swimming.
He was taking the mix, his own thing. So after that, they also switched to Cario 10, who decided to go training. She went and got introduced by Cario Kai.
It's all Cairo or something. Yeah.
And that's where she met Mu Ki, the son of Mobu and the son of Mogu, the grandson of Mogu. Yeah. So this the training camp is underneath Shohei-kun, one of the 4 pillars of Ryu, Chancellor Ryu. That's where it actually starts, is when Chancellor Ryu sends General Mogu out to war against the Han. In doing that, he left
himself wide open. So when the war was about to kick off, when Zhao kind of invades, they're like, "Sugar, like we need to, we need someone to lead us." And people were trying to think of who should we put forward, and it was Mobu.
Yeah, because obviously he's one of the other 4 pillars of Ryu, like Shohei, Mobu, that old guy, I forget his name. And then Rishi, the other guy, the Minister of Law or whatever.
I don't know,
I forget his name. But those are his 4 pillars. So he obviously said, "My guy, Mobu, it's your time to shine."
But then they switched up. No, sorry.
The problem with him is that he lacks experience, and they're on the defensive because it's Zhao that's invaded them. Yeah. So they were saying, their argument was Shueiken's argument, and
Shobuken's first originally.
Yeah, he was saying, "We need a general that specialises in both attack and defence." And Mo sort of gets up and he's looking down at him and he's like, "Are you kidding me?"
I thought he was going to crush the poor old man. But what's interesting about that is that Shobuken said all of this. Yeah. Shohei didn't say anything. Yeah. He just let him say it. And then when he did jump forward, he said, "Why did you say that?" And then Shobuken went through like, "We need a more defensive person because my man's more attacking." And that's when he obviously got pissed off. 2-2s. Oki comes through the door. Mobu's even more pissed off. Man. He's like, "I want to mash it." "What, Oki? What are you doing there?" "Nah, man. This is meant to be my show. It's general you're too old. That's done, innit?"
And Oki's just there smiling, just like, "I do recognise your talents slightly."
Slightly.
You're alright, innit? You're alright.
I rate you a bit.
But he basically boiled him off, pardoned him. He said, "Look, I was invited here." And he said, "Who invited her?" And that's when Shohei jumped forward and said,
He kept quiet the whole time.
The whole time he didn't say a word. He said, "Yeah, call off," and I called him in it because of why Shobukan just said. That's why I called him. So he gets given control of the army. He comes with Shin and Toe. Imagine that's the two who rolls in.
I love the way Shin comes in because he's just like,
It's a dirty beggar look at you. All his clothes all tattered, everyone's this big like formal movement.
But he felt like he was like the right hand man or left hand man because I think he was on the left hand side of.
I think it was on the right.
Was he on the right?
Yeah.
Well, he's obviously taken on this ring straight away because like he had just finished subjugating that area because that's what his training was. He put him into an area full of like random tribes who were trying to fight each other for dominion over this one tiny area because obviously during the Senate period there are many tribes that have been like uprooted from cusp, there, whatever, and they all just gravitate to an area that's not under control. They threw Shin in there to the weakest part of the area, and obviously he said there's about 100 people there, perfect training for you as a 100-man commander. And after he training done and he subjugated the whole area, met up with Oki, ended up straight at the palace.
So and then they went when they decided who should be the general. Then they kind of like march off.
Oki made it a point to enlist Mobu as the vice general.
I like that. I didn't expect that when I first read it.
Either.
But you know what it is? He knows he needs his strength because I remember I was looking at the numbers and I think Zhao. When they get to the battlefield, Zhao have about 90,000 and Oki has about 50, but then I think Mogul has 20, so it helps bridge the gap somewhat.
Especially its power.
Well, most of the army was conscript, wasn't it? So like, because most of their main army was actually gone with Mogu, they had to they left that Shin's area because they were a big part of the last war against the Wei. And said, "You've got devastated, there's not many men left, so we're going to leave you alone." But because of this is dire now, they went through all those areas, and that's why Shin and them got enlisted.
It's deep.
So they went to war. Everyone was gassed over Shin. Shin obviously arrived late because he was doing stuff, big people stuff. He rode up on them, like they're all waiting. Where's Shin? Where's Shin? Rode up on a horse. He said, "Sir Cavalry." Sir Cavalry. They're not even like.
You know, like Napoleon. Remember that portrait of Napoleon? When he's on the horse. Yeah. That's what I think he's trying
classic
to replicate.
Iconic pose.
Yeah. That was it.
And then he obviously waiting for Kaio. She didn't arrive for a few nights later.
She was annoyed when she came. Because obviously she was trying to find the person she's trying to get revenge on, and she couldn't find it, so she's like, let me just kick back and kick it with the old Haishin. Oh, they weren't even called Haishin at that point, what were they?
No, they weren't called anything.
That was a good part as well. So let's just jump straight to the war then, innit? Basically, this is where the war cracks off. Next day, it all kicks off. They set up the army in a peculiar way. Oki puts an insignificant amount of fighters or army here. Then he puts his main army here, Mobu on the middle, and he's got a decent sized army on the right. Obviously, Mobu, he gives Mobu the privilege of attacking. He says, "You can attack anytime you like. You're going to be my vanguard," and that's what Mobu does. He goes down, attacks. Then he goes over to the left and he tells Kano, first the general of the army, Heki's a 1,000-man commander, and that's one of his basically right hands, isn't it? And one of Oki's right hands sends him out basically. He says, "Hey, go run at the army, even though you've got less men, just go run and do what you've got to do." Then he runs over to Shin and he tells them, "Right, the plan is you're 100-man, that's when you sneak in and take out Commander Fuki, because Fuki is a tactical, strategic general, and we want to take him out as early as possible because that makes things easier for us later."
I would say, I don't know if I should say before that, Fuki, how he sent out his army to pincer Heki and the first army.
Yeah.
Do you think? I think that provoked Oki to get.
No, Oki had that plan from the beginning.
Okay.
Because remember, you said the 100-man army, you go over here, we're going to do this.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd already set out a small amount of men. So he said, if I send out a small amount of men, what you do in the army naturally is you surround them and take them out. So
he assumed he was going to move his army like that.
Of course, because you've got less people to attack in it, so you're going to pinch them and wipe them out as quickly as possible. And in doing that, you're focused completely on wiping out this army. And therefore,
which they did, basically.
Hide behind the woods and the fields.
Basically like this.
And they crawled down out of view and then stuck behind the side and hit and attacked from the side. They had Kaiokai and the mountain tribe people had in the Haishin unit wiping people out. But just before then, that's when they got the name.
I remember feeling really tense. When they're just hiding and before they go and charge out, because they'll think, because everyone started thinking about their family, back at home.
Oh yeah, that big guy.
Yeah. He's like, oh, my firstborn, basically. I want to go back and see it. And Shin was just like, look, if we lose here, everyone's getting wiped out. Yeah. So it doesn't make a difference. You can see him for 5 minutes. You're going to see Zhao 5 minutes later. So you better like do what you need to do now.
Because they already had like heard what Zhao had done. Like when Zhao first came, like was it General Mangook from the Zhao soldiers? He just went and massacred the whole like villages. Like they took over cities, but then they went and massacred all the villages around and all the people in the city. So they said, so she was like, yeah, all right, don't cry about your baby, but you know this guy will kill everyone in your family.
It's true.
So yeah,
so when that's what charged them up, and then when they ran kind of in a straight line with the main forces, like the big guys at the front, and then they just kind of smashed through just through brute force. Yeah, that was like, for me, that was really tense. Because I was just trying to imagine in my head, just having a whole army just in front of you. Yeah. And you just trying to smash your way through with people to your left, people to your right.
People in front. Yeah. And then eventually, when your whole 100's gone, because you're only 100 versus, 10,000 people. Yeah. Eventually, your group's going to be highly surrounded. Yeah. Like, madness. But they did it, like, because of Shin's training, he said, yeah, big guys switch up, quick guys come through a Sugan, and Megan or whoever it was started chopping their way through, and the big guys could fall back, and it was good, like, good strategy. Kyokai was there, like, it worked well.
And it was a thin line, he just kind of wriggled his way through.
Yeah. Fuki thought he was smart, he tried to hide, he tried to run halfway through, big open space, so that they were just stuck in the middle. They obviously...
I didn't expect that one. Nah. The next panel is like, oh, what's he going to... Because they did a little bit of a build-up. And I thought it was going to have something amazing, I don't know, another vice general, whatever you call them, but actually he just ran away. It's just like, did a U-stop basically.
He's scared. Yeah. And then that's when Kanu came.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was definitely never going to fight. He was like, yeah, I'm out of it ASAP. Like, Kanu came with his army, his cavalry, that sort of gave Shin a bit of time and a bit of momentum. They were able to break through and charge as well. Ended up taking out Fuki.
Yeah. And that was the end of the first day, wasn't it?
That was the end of the first day.
Well, so then we moved on to the second day, and Mobu took the lead again. And as you know, it was interesting because the first day he sent him out, but I'd say they only utilised maybe 60% of their strength, or Mobu did at least.
Yeah.
And then the second day, I think he unleashed it.
Yeah.
His full strength, and
he was training them up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. He was training the infantry, building up their confidence, wasn't he?
Because obviously not really his army. They were just like I said, conscripts. So they brought them in and said, they're not really going to know how to do this thing properly. But once they know, like hardly anyone died the day before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was true. They
so that when they're actually going for it now, they have this mad confidence and it's crushed them. Like literally, the army commander had to run away. And Mobius just started wiping out the people around him. And
the army commander was just like... So he tried to do another... What was that guy? Fuki? Type tactic when he tried to run away.
Yeah. And he follow me.
And Mobius was like, no. I'm going to wipe out everyone here. That's what I'm here to do.
Yeah, because on the first day, the left side, even though they had won, they basically lost all their army.
Yeah.
They got wiped. Most of them got wiped out. Heki was useless as usual.
Yeah.
Got shot by arrow in the throat.
Getting held up by subordinate.
Yeah. So yeah, we jumped to the night time. So during the night, after the few days of warfare, Hokan just appears in the camp, like the leader of the Zhao army.
Yeah, chief,
commander. One of their three heavens or heavenly guys, whatever they call them, showed up and just started slaughtering people. Literally slaughtering left, right, and centre. He must have wiped out about 1,000 people by himself.
Yeah, easy.
Obviously, Shin, Kyokai stepped up.
That was a good fight.
It was amazing.
It was interesting. Because there was the gap was huge between them two. But them together, they were able to push them back maybe a bit.
Shin got one shot.
Yeah.
Got sent 100 metres that way, and he was out for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Kayaka was fighting for 5 minutes doing a deep breath thing.
Yeah.
And she just got mashed still in the end, virtually. She did well, got bare chops in, didn't even get hit at all. But
that was good.
Because that's the thing, if she got hit, she'd be done.
Definitely did. But then she woke up at the end, managed to get a good chop in.
That was a nice little...
It felt it was going to be a deep chop, but it wasn't enough. After that Kyokai had done a lot as well. She gashed him all over. He had cuts all over him from Kyokai. But together, they were near his level.
Because he was just like, he was really brave because like, I know what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And it was a matter of inches where he did that horizontal slice and Shin just literally just ducked it just at the right moment and slashed him. But as you said, it was only like a flesh wound. But
Then he turned to go for a second one, and he got like
that.
back poke.
Yeah.
Like this, he must have coughed up blood.
Yeah, he did.
By that point, this is when they had to scatter, didn't they? Like the Mangoku army showed up, and they're sick, twisted. Like he's a survivor of the Chohei grudge, so he just came and he just started slaughtering people.
Do you think that's real? Do you think that's based off some real historical?
I wouldn't put it past him. Some of the stuff that I've read in this, what's it called, the War and States period in China, bonkers. Like real bonkers. And I even think about like our own history, like in like the English history, like stuff they did to people. It's madness, isn't it? And the Spanish Inquisition, they're psychotic. So like, imagine what like during real warfare when you've got like a 400,000 army, and you don't know what to do with them, or you don't want to do, you don't want to let them go, because there's another war tomorrow.
So you just dismantle.
So so he's sick and twisted. Like at the beginning, he was sitting on a mountain of corpses of just naked women.
And the way he stutters as well, I didn't expect that as a character. I thought usually those type of characters,
even the way he Rats typesets his words. Oh, you can tell he's mental. But,
I feel like he's consistently on the brink of death.
Yeah, definitely. So after that, Mangoku chases Shin and the rest of Haishin Unit into the forest because they hear their name, Haishin Unit. When they're saying, "No, Haishin Unit retreat," and he heard them screaming, and he's like, "Yeah, all right, cool." Went with his cavalry and hunted them all through the night. He was hunting the Haishin Unit. Most of them got slaughtered after Hoken already slaughtered most of them. But the survivors then got like trampled down even more. So B2 and B-Hay like managed to use a diversionary tactic. They left like the rest of the group. Snuck away with Shin because Shin was out cold by this point. They snuck away with Shin while they were being attacked or ambushed by the cavalry.
Then they split up as well.
Yeah,
and then. Just it's really the camaraderie. I can't even pronounce that word, but like the group mentality is really, really important in that kind of camaraderie. That's the word, camaraderie. Like everyone doesn't mind sacrificing themselves.
Everyone wants to see Shin make it to become a great general. That is the deepest part because then obviously B-Hay gets left and he ends up with B2 and B2's like talking to her about his old time of the village and how they're so happy to see him and like you remember it's the first time they met and like Shin beat up both of them like B-Hay was talking smack and he bam knocked him out and then B2 said what are you doing, bam, knocked him out. Like he wasn't even going to do nothing. B-Hay was on talking smack but knocked out both of them and it was
a deep moment because they were having like a nostalgic like banter and just remembering stuff. But then he pretends to kill him, pretends to pass away, and he goes, I'm only joking. Then it gets into like a really like somber moment where they're just reflecting, and then he slowly passes away.
They want to go to sleep, and by the next morning, he's gone. He's passed. And then they eventually regroup after a while. Oki, this is how they regroup. They eventually regroup, and they find all these kin flags. Like, let's kin flags, go over there. Reach the Zhao army and his General Chao Zu, and he's just like, we're waiting for you, idiot. So fat.
But I'd say before that though, Zhao planned to, because they were taking such heavy losses to Mobu, they wanted to retreat into the woods, and obviously that would make it harder for Mobu to charge their army.
Oh yeah, this is why they were in the woods in the first place. After Mobu.
True.
Moving their HQ back.
But either way, then our Chozu's there trying to wait for Shin and Demla and any stragglers of the Kin army. And then Oki comes out of nowhere with his cavalry deep in the forest, charges through. Everyone's like, it's like they went back to his group, and they all talking about, if you ever let Oki was on the battlefield, don't let him fight Chaozu. He's a monster. Yeah. Oki just chops the guy in half. Bun his limit. Oki has no limit. He chops the guy in half. The guy died. It was so hilarious.
So Mobu's been chasing Zhao through the woods, and he finally catches up with him. And Zhao, they set a trap essentially. But they use Hoken as bait. Yeah. So then Mobu chases after him, and then they end up coming through like this. I don't know what you'd call it.
Valley.
Yeah, it's like a valley. Yeah. And it's just warning signs are just...
The warning signs are there, but Mobu just sees it as a green light.
Yeah.
He ignores them, doesn't he? Because even one of Oki's right hand or one of his lieutenants says to him, remember, look at the terrain. And then one of Mobu's lieutenants says, what, you think my master's done? He sees this. He sees this, and he's going anyway because he's no strength is the ultimate. He's like Omega,
But the way he's so confident about saying that stupid statement, it's just like, you're going to die.
What are you talking about?
I know they're gonna chuck rocks. So do you think we're not?
It doesn't matter what they do. Lava can come. This is Mobu. Yeah. So they just continue to go down this most dangerous and difficult path that anyone with a brain and a strategy and all wouldn't go down. So they end up going down there. Then they start chucking rocks. Not even rocks, boulders.
Yeah, they were.
They were the size of houses. I don't know how they were moving them. Yeah. How they got so many.
Remember the panel? It looked like ants. Literally, the horses looked like ants.
People were getting squished left, right, and centre.
I was like, but how are they? Like, where did they get them from? And how are they pushing them?
Yeah.
How? It was bonkers. The whole thing was bonkers. So the planning that went into that was a lot.
This is what Hagrid or something. Just
that's what I'm saying. But I was saying, where are these guys when they were fighting?
They got Renkais. They got a few Renkais on the side. Beast monsters just holding chilling.
Crazy.
But yeah, they kind of like pass through there, and half of them. I think only half of the army gets through. Yeah. I think in the end,
I think less than half.
Do you think less?
Yeah, I think they got ripped.
Because the general from Oki says like, I think half of our army's been decimated, and Mobu's like, I don't care, forward, because he sees Hoken in his sights.
Because Hoken keeps stopping.
Yeah,
keeps looking back at him.
Looking like, how we not following? Come get me.
So he slowed down.
And then he smashes him in the head, and then he realizes it's not the real one. So I don't know when they made that switch.
I know it was always a fake.
Do you think it's okay?
Yeah, it was always a fake.
We haven't re-mentioned that the tactician, the small little girl, Carrier 10, is like in a small little castle.
With Roki and a few other strategy.
With Roboku, but they don't know it's Roboku yet.
Oh yeah, Roboku shows up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
They're quite surprised and they tell him to give them their swords.
Yeah. But they didn't really ask who he is. They just give us
They did. Sword. They asked him about times, but he just ignored them.
Yeah.
They were like,
maybe
what are you doing there? He was like, look, the beast guy, I don't know about that. That's what he was on. And he had his little bodyguard that guy named Kanai or Kani or whatever.
Yeah, Kani, yeah.
She's just there like standing behind him like that. What are you talking to my man for?
Yeah. And then in the end they get captured because because
they're following the beef, and as they're following the beef, eventually Ibuku's army shows up because obviously he's one of the great generals, or
strategist.
One of the three great heavens or whatever, or Zhao. So he's actually all three. That's what they say at one point. Hoku's not actually one of them. Ibuku is considered as all three of the great heavens.
I thought they were saying Hoken was one of them.
No.
And they only had two at the moment.
Hoken isn't one of them. Because he's not like Shogun said at the beginning. He's not a general. He's not a military figure.
Yeah, he's a
martial artist, a Bushin or whatever they want to call him. Yeah. But he's not a general, so therefore he can't be one of the great heavens.
He doesn't command an army.
He's not an army. He doesn't know how. He will never know how.
He is the army.
Yeah. They just send him in. He's an animal, isn't it? Basically, a weapon. But he's not one of the great heavens. So Ibuku is all three. Because remember, he's not just strategist. Strategist.
Yeah, he has.
He can fight as well.
Yeah. But we don't know that yet.
We don't know that yet. But you can sort of tell. You can tell. You can say
he's got a sword, so he must have
him. He was like, this guy can fight.
Yeah, it's. But anyway, so from that point, he jumps onto the general, and then he jumps on. That's when he jumps with his army, and that's when you've worked out. Because the whole time when Oki's going deeper and deeper into the forest after Mobu's army, he keeps thinking, but what if this happened and this happened? They might have something else hidden, but you have to be a lot of work to hide all of this. But he's like, he keeps pondering on it. Because
he's thinking there must be someone. Because there's not another strategist, is there? It's like, no, there isn't.
Well, it doesn't make sense how quickly they're moving the HQ at the time as well. Like when they were going about to run up on them, he's saying, we didn't even get to siege it. We got there and we were gone.
Yeah.
Like, well, why are they doing that? They're moving too hasty. So that's what made him sort of hot.
If you even go back to the beginning, before they started fighting, Oki sort of set up bait with regards to the battlegrounds. He was saying, let's go them to fight here.
Yeah.
And so I was saying, we don't actually have to go and fight them. We can literally just go on past them and carry on sieging Bayou. But obviously they went to go fight them. So you sort of, in hindsight, you can sort of see they wanted Okin. So
they definitely had that plan for him from the beginning. So by the time that he was getting deep into that and he was thinking about it, it was all a bit too late. So he'd gotten caught up to Mobu's army, and they started to free them. And instead of starting like a normal warfare with sending left army, send the archers, send the heavy artillery.
Everyone.
He was like, let's just wipe them out.
Yeah.
Let's just wipe them out. Send Toe and Toe's elite group
Yeah,
after
and Toe.
Sorry, your favourite
character. Was it Rihaku? or one of the, anyway, their strategists.
Yeah.
Their commander, and then Oki go. He's about to go finish it as well, and Hokan comes and stops it.
Like, I mean, at the start, Hokan sort of seemed stronger, but then as the fight went on, Oki just kept leveling up.
Yeah, he was getting into it, I think.
Yeah.
It was strange because at the beginning, Oki gave a few big swings, and Hokan was like just taking him, getting knocked back a few times, and then he said, "You should be strong more than this." Then he started swinging properly, and Oki looked like he was getting really pushed back.
Yeah.
And then, like you say, gradually he got back into it. Obviously, the anger and rage, started thinking about Kyo, because we haven't really spoken about that.
Yeah, true.
One of the other great generals, Crow, was quite close to Oki. And at the point where she was killed by Hokan in front of him, that's when he thought he killed Hokan, but he didn't. So he could stand in front of him. That's why when they were sieging Bayou, that's where she died. That's why Oki came out.
That's why he came. Yeah.
This is all part of the plan. Like Ibuku knew that Oki would come. He knew that all of these things were planned by Ibuku.
Yeah.
And then you think it was interesting when Shibunkun was talking to Oki before they left out. They were talking about
true.
We believe that we're going back to Bayou after what happened to Kyo. And then, I mean, Oki said that what's the name? Hokan was dead and he's off the pass or whatever. But do you think he always had that inkling, like deep down, that maybe he might still be alive?
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe deep down, but he knew by that point. I think he actually knew that Hokan was there because he knew he was commander of the army. Like Oki knew before anyone else that Hokan was going to be commander of the Zhao army because of a bit like Ibuku said. Remember, he did the whole total information lockdown on the northern border. So he had an army of like whatever, how many thousand, 100,000 that wiped out the mountains.
Oh yeah, that part was really cool because that was when Yotama came down, isn't it? And she was like, she was actually on her way over there to go and fight them, and then when they got there, she found out that they'd all been wiped out. And the interesting thing was there wasn't really any Zhao soldiers. It was just the mountain tribes that had been wiped out.
It wasn't. They say you could tell the strategy that beat them, not like brute force. So that's how. From that point, they knew that something was sort of up. Like he knows how to manipulate information. So then, when he came out and he released the information to Oki that Hokan was going to be running the army, just naturally made it.
Small little seeds of information. Yeah, they fight. The fight in Hokan and Oki. It's quite a close battle, but I think Oki's about to really get the upper hand. Yeah. Until who's that archer's name?
Gaki.
Gaki
is like one of the 10 bows of China.
Yeah, one of the 10 strongest bows.
And he throws literally. It's hilarious because that's how deep their warfare is. Not like here, isn't it? Like if you was having everyone's shooting each other. Like if you're having a gunfight with someone else, like someone shooting his head. There it was like, no, they're having a duel. You have to let them have their duel.
Yeah.
But the 10, Gaki said, no, I'm going to shoot him, and then I'm going to throw away my honour, because everyone knows that's something you shouldn't do. So he shot him with the bow, knowing that his honour was gone, and that's when Oki pushed the glaive. Hokan pushed his glaive through Oki.
Yeah.
Literally straight through.
But I was disappointed in Hokan.
Even at that point, he was still.
He's still kind of.
Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna take his head with me.
But his attention sort of got taken away a little bit because Ibuku by that point showed up with the army. So they were being attacked from both sides. It was bonkers.
But Hokan didn't really show any kind of like pride either. I thought, in my mind, he would be a bit disappointed, but he seemed to.
The thing is, I thought that as
well.
I thought that as well, but you have to remember he's not a general. So he doesn't think the same way.
But he's all about fighting though. He's all about like.
I understand that.
Yeah, but he was saying at the end of the day, Oki, this is your loss because this is on your terms. On a battleground.
True.
No, I reckon you're right. It's cowardice because he said the way he did it, like he didn't want to do it, but he was scared for his life. He thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I'm not really on fighting you again, so I'm gonna end it right here and now.
I got the win. Did you see it?
That's how I took it because it's the way he did it. He stabbed it through, and it was like in any other sort of story, like or someone with that much honor that was fighting because like you.
I thought he was going to slash like
the arrow guy, but no, he didn't.
But the arrow guy is on the other side.
I thought he was going to just do it.
He's not that guy. He's not that guy.
No, but it's Hokan. Like this is what teaches you about his character. Yeah. Like he's not
It did,
really
actually.
that much, on this thing, isn't it? Like there's a
I think
slight
he's
part
more,
of him as a
you have
coward.
to view him as he's sort of like an animal. He saw his opportunity and he took it.
Yeah, exactly.
He saw weakness and he took it.
Yeah.
But that's not the pride of a martial artist, isn't that?
Yeah.
Like you literally would get your man up to she's meant to have certain dignity in the fight, innit? Like you don't just like take him out when someone's just shot him.
I
want
he
to be
dignity
him man on man. To
he
do
saw
that,
the opportunity, and plus before that he was gonna die.
who?
Oaken. Like I mean, wasn't it at that?
Yeah,
point?
yeah, definitely. That's why he did it.
Yeah.
But you still could question his character because of it. Because he stabbed through him after he'd been shot by an arrow. And the whole thing you're saying is the only reason he started this whole war is to fight Oki. One to see who's more feared by the gods.
Yeah.
But you're not more feared by the gods because you had to have an arrow defend you.
I think he knows Oki's stronger than him.
Yeah.
He knows that deep down.
Definitely does. That's why he killed him.
And then when Oki's kind of like dying, do you remember when he's like showing... Everyone's like around him near the end of the chapter. It's a really like somber moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was deep because at that point, like Shin saw the arrow guy looking to hit, let go of his arrow, and he ran over there. But obviously, it was too late, and he cut down the tembo, the Gaki, whatever his name is, chopped him down. And after that, he jumped on the back of or in front of the horse, in front of Oki, and rid him out of there.
And Oki's basically telling him like, "Can you see it?" Like basically,
the
narrating
view of a general.
the view of a general. It's just like.
But that only escape. How did they escape? Heki and Mobu. Heki came through late as usual.
What was Heki?
He just comes through and it was an army and causes a kerfuffle.
No, wasn't it just Mobu that? I'm sure Heki went there. How did Heki get there?
Legs. How to get there? I don't know.
The subordinate was like leaning on the subordinate. Remember the first day?
Yeah.
No,
this is like 5 days later though.
No.
But then obviously Mobu was in the corner and he wilded out because obviously he took blame. Like you could see, the rage from his eyes because Oki just died because of me.
Yeah.
Oki said, if you can't see the headquarters, stop.
It was very clear.
Yeah,
very clear.
I was really annoyed with Mobu.
It's always
it was like, a lot of people thinking. I don't know, a lot of people. I'm saying it's you and I actually, you two. Like, oh, Roboku this, Roboku that. He was doing what he needed to do. He was on the opposition side. But Mobu,
he just made it easy for him.
Yeah, just like
you ran into a dead end.
Mistake.
A dead end. You ran into a dead end. How's that?
And even the nameless people that just got crushed like ants with the boulders. I was just so annoyed. I was just like, this guy, so reckless, unnecessary.
Yeah, that was the sort of the end of that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a good arc. I liked it. That was
really
one
good.
of my favourite. I think the introduction of Roboku. I know you like God man or like Roboku, but I like Roboku.
I like him.
I like him to a point. He's just a bit cocky now, a bit too cocky.
Yeah, I like that because it's part of him. He's the
wrong.
only guy. You're the only guy in the end. You have to be a bit cocky, innit? Like, no, everyone's a waste man.
He wasn't like that at first, though, innit?
No, he was. Did you see how he rolled up on the Mookie and them like that? He didn't even, they said, "Who are you?"
But you know
what's going on over there in the battlefield?
Yeah, no, that was funny when he first gets introduced.
He's there just smiling like, "Oh, can we join you guys?"
Yeah.
But I didn't like how. I'm wondering if he told that, you know, that the guy, the tempo guy, if he instructed him to do it. Because if he did, that's really scummy, man.
It doesn't matter, it's warfare. To be honest, Rubuku comes to. That's what he comes from. He's from the Zhao. It's battle of Grudge of Chohei. This is no sides in this thing. It's just warfare.
But it just makes it all the more sweeter when he does when Shin kills him.
If
it's still if it hasn't happened yet. But.
Well, if maybe yes, no, who knows?
Yeah,
you never know. He could defect and end up on the side of the king one day.
Yeah,
that
would be really good.
That's a joke. What we do is we enlist him and then we execute him.
It's good.
It's going to be a crime. Yeah.